Pain comes, pain goes. So many things you can say, so many things you can do. But the question is, where does it go from here? Where do we go from here? Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Taylor Jones and I know what you're thinking. You should have made a video yesterday because it's Saturday and I'm here to bring you episode 2 of what I call Cold Man's Winter. Now, as you can see, I'm not in Memphis this time. I'm back in Milan because I miss my hometown and I decided to see what life is like. It's hard to explain. I don't know what I'm about to say, but that's not the reason why you're here. So, what will I want to talk about for this episode of Cold Man's Winter? Well, for starters, just some random things. Like for instance, that the video, the interview with Gayle King and Lisa Leslie. Now, I know some of y'all were like, wait, what is going on? Like, why is it important? Why did Gayle King do the thing that she did? Because she's trying to remember Kobe Bryant, but I feel like after watching a video of random folks like Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Lil Bootsy going off on Gayle King, because honestly, they were not happy about what she did. Because unfortunately, Lisa Leslie, she has been honest. She was asked a question, but Gayle King brought something else. Like that's not what I mean. But when it comes to bringing up sexual relationships and sexual charges against Kobe Bryant, like, okay, that was years ago. We move on from that. It was never heard from again. So why bring it up? She just want to know, but she's doing it in the wrong way. And of course, that's kind of like the same issues that we deal with when it comes to other celebrities and being interviewed, and some people would have ill will, like an opposite opinion. See, we are self over opinionated and we don't even think outside the box. We just feel like we're doing the right thing, but sometimes we don't realize that the right thing we're doing is an evil deed to others. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. And come to think of it, as you already know, Valentine's Day is around the corner, but for some of y'all who having a hard time trying to find a relationship, don't feel hesitated. I'm one of the single ones, and ever since the late Guru made a song called Lovesick back when he was with Gang Starr, which was him and DJ Premier. Shout out to DJ Premier. It's like being lovesick. What does that mean? You're sick, or you're not in love to the fact that you feel sick and like you're just single. You're just heartbroken. And honestly, it really makes sense if you think about it. Because being lovesick is like, man, what am I going to do with my life? I ain't got no girlfriend. I ain't got no boyfriend. Yada, yada, yada. But come on now. Come on. It's a brand new day, a brand new journey, but you're going to have to focus on you. I mean, sometimes love cannot be the answer to all individuals. But actually, love is, because God is love. Why not focus on Him? He is the love. The number one love that you can think of. So before you think about asking somebody on a date that probably don't know you or has no thoughts about you. You might as well just like, wait, what am I doing? You see, that it's not as hard as it sounds, but it's not simple neither, because rejection is a double crosser, a pain in the butt. And we've been surrounded by so much pain, so much darkness. And Matthew 5:16 said, "Let your light so shine before all men that they may see your good works." But are we doing that enough? No, we are not. Is that the reason why we're living in the cold man's winter? Yes, but at the same time, heck no, because it's more complex than that. Now, and to all the college students, if you're listening, just check this out. You're minding your business, right? And you see an individual down on his or her luck. Just know that some people rather stay alone, like they rather be alone and be depressed. But we're not going to accept that. We're not going to let that slide, not one bit. And sometimes we just, like the last video, we're stuck on a heel. Sometimes we just go backwards. We're falling backwards. We're falling off, like rolling back to where we started. Don't you know that's just the way of the world? Don't you know that it's cringy, so overrated, so old school? See, I don't understand why a lot of individuals would overcome their shortcomings with others, but they can't even change up their own lifestyle, their own ways. The way they act is like, okay, I'm tripping, but I have to change up my style. I got to change up my skills. You know my style, you know my stilo. No, we do not. This ain't the 90s anymore. This is 2020. And to think about styles and stilos, you must have been listening to some classic rappers. Which brings us to the next subject, the topic. Music. For example, Jane Doe listens to Faith Evans. One of her songs was "You Used to Love Me." Meanwhile, John Doe, he listens to what's a good song I can think of for John Doe? Oh, I got one. "Leaving" by Soul For Real. I mean, a lot of songs, they have passion. They make you feel some certain way. But at the same time, some songs, they can't be trusted. You can't believe every word that an artist said, because some of the lyrics, they lead to depression. They lead to suicidal thoughts. They lead to following the wrong footsteps, the wrong crowd. And some of the lyrics some of the songs we listen to, they don't make any sense. And DJ Quick was right. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You know, it's kind of funny that a lot of people, they've been doing a whole lot than just sing. That's why we have bands from Mint Condition to now Take Six. Now they're all singers. All the members are singers. They sing harmonic melodies. And my favorite song from them was "Come Unto Me" from 1990. And And of course, for those that don't know, the song "Come Unto Me" by Take Six is an a cappella track in which they're singing Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And for those that do remember this song, you probably remember it from the recent single that Her made last year along with Bryson Tiller. You know, the "We could have been, we could have been, we could have." Dang. Please allow me to show you something. You know, that song, "We Could Have Been." And like some artists that you listen to on a daily basis, you don't even know that he or she is multi-talented. Instead of saying what else they do. For instance, the members of Take Six, they can play some instruments. Her, she's multi-talented. She sings. She's a poet. She got a little bit of acting skills, but that was from the All That episode when she was getting a meal from Ed and the Good Burger. Remember? Welcome to Good Burger, home and the Good Burger. Can I take your order? But shockingly, she plays the bass. She plays guitar. She plays piano. I mean, she's talented. Everybody should come up with more than one talent. What do you do for a living? For me, like, when things go wrong and I decide to take my frustration out, what do? I write lyrics. I paint. Think about the people that I've harmed and the people that meant so much to me that I care about them on a daily basis. Even when it has to be your ex-friends, your church friends, your church family, and the classmates that you used to go to school with, but they already graduated, they got their caps and gowns, they living their lives. But the problem is you don't communicate with them. That's where depression draws to your face. It's looking at you straight up at you, and you was like, what do you want, depression? What do you want from me? You know, I'll be darned if I let bad things get the best of me, and you should feel the same way. You too will be darned if you let hard times get the best of you. For example, my best friend, one of my school friends from Milan High I went to school with, Sylvester Davis. He's struggling right now because he lost his father. And a lot of people that he used to know and went to school with, even worked with, they asking for, they're not asking. Let me rephrase that. They're not asking. They send condolences. What would you do if your father or your mother passed away and you're hurt inside? You would probably ask people that you know, the people that you trust, to send prayers and condolences. And someone will give them to you right away. Even on social media. Even if you don't speak to the people on a daily routine because you're caught up in a depression state of mind. I mean, death is not new. It's frequent. It's always been frequent at some degree, at some point of everybody's life. Even when it's pathetic, even when it's even heroic. People die for a good reason, but at the same time, they do it for the wrong reasons. Don't you think that we're hurting ourselves too much to blend in and understand that what you do can affect you. So much, so much hard times, so much controversy, so much, oh man, atheism, so much sin, so much, oh man. That's how some of y'all will act right now. Like, oh man, what am I gonna do? You know, it's just take it slow, right? Like I said in my last video, take it slow. Like, okay, I know I made a mistake, but I got to overcome my young self, my past self. Cause the past you must die. Try to rebuild by living in the present, or even try to create yourself for the future. Why not give up the ghost? Give up the younger version of you. Give up the hard-headed version of you. I mean, honestly, people used to tell us, random people, they say you need to open your eyes and see what's going on around you. See what you've been missing. And sometimes, if a black person had to tell another black person, like a younger kid, like a teenager, or even if it had to be a friend, I mean, it doesn't matter what race it is, but honestly, for me to give some advice, it's like you need to open up your nostrils and smell the weed, because once you smell the weed, you realize everything is not clear. It's not smelling good. You smell something completely abnormal, letting you know that there's trouble in this world and you have no other right. You have no other idea. And you decide that you're just going to give it up, to shut up and mind your business. No. I would do something if I were you. Even if it means to pull out a gun. But I am not going to kill myself over it. If I pull out a gun, I would probably use it for war. But guns are not the issue. Guns are not the answer, I mean. Thou shalt not kill. Instead of thinking about war and doing something, that sometimes I feel like I'm saying one thing that can be like a good start to change up your views, change up your lifestyle, change the way you're acting. But at the same time, I will cause controversies as if I'm totally with war. Because in God's eyes, I don't believe in war. I heard about some wars. We had World War I, World War II. We killing each other. But what will it take to make peace? Nobody knows what the word peace is. Nobody even knows when to surrender. Like okay, screw it. I give up. I got nowhere else to go. I'm going to have to take my consequences like a man and stop this madness before I end up being the next dead hero. But at the same time, from other countries, other cities, you can be the next dead madman. An evil dude that finally was killed for his own good. Well-deserved death. Because after killing a bad guy, does that make you a hero? Think about it. Some will say yes, some will say no. But of course, there's always some solutions. Because in the real world, there's no such thing as happily ever after. There's no such thing as dreams coming true. What will it take to make our dreams come true? We work at it. Get up in the morning, say a prayer, eat breakfast, get dressed, take care of your hair, your nails, and try not to get on everybody's bad side. Like, don't get to the point that you're dealing with somebody say, you know who you messing with? Oh, you mess with me? Huh? Is that it? And you start an argument. No. I don't expect to think about the news when they talking about another kid, another woman, another man, any race ended up dead over an argument, and the other person that you argued with, the you don't want to mess with me attitude, ends up free, running away, never getting caught. Come on. Now, I know this for a fact that it's been happening for years, but nobody wants to be open-minded and putting an end to this madness that we've caused for years, generations. And even in the days when God started creating this world. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But Genesis 1:1. But all of a sudden, after the first murder took place, Cain killed Abel. Was it because of jealousy? Was it because he was so selfish? Or maybe it's because he didn't have as much favor as Abel did. Because honestly, when it comes to comparing yourself to Cain or Abel, you can compare yourself to both. Just like comparing yourself to angel versus demon, blood versus crip, a thug versus a wise man, life versus death. It goes on and on until you finally realize that, wait, I've been doing this for years and there is nothing good about where I'm turning out to be. Unless you decide to take off your black Timberlands and put on some white Chuck Taylors. Get rid of those gangsta clothes and put on some casual clothes like a random t-shirt with your favorite basketball team, and even shave your face, like look young again, free again, feel good about yourself. And then at the same time, we have others that are so caught up, like living the hood lifestyle or maybe the suburban lifestyle. I mean, think about it. If another individual was seen dressed up like their favorite rappers, of course, we even dress up like rappers. I dressed up like Ice Cube twice in my lifetime. I dressed up like, I don't know. I dress up like Ice Cube. Johnny dressed up like Andre 3000 back when he wore the Atlanta Braves hat, and the Atlanta Braves baseball jersey and the Kango hat. And Shanice over there, she's dressed up like Coco of SWV with them long fingernails. But back when they had a tomboy look, the baggy clothes look. Now TLC did this, SWV did it, Xscape did it, but in the next albums, they had to change up their styles, the fashion, the way they look, but the way they sound. I mean, for instance, New Jack Swing didn't last long, because Two of the groups came out in 92, and one group came out in 93. Two-thirds of the groups were from Atlanta. One group was a mixture between the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx, and Brooklyn, New York. They all had record deals. Xscape was with Columbia, and they were the first artists, the signees of So So Def. TLC was with LaFace, and SWV was with RCA. But unfortunately, when it comes to comparing three groups, three female groups of the 90s, all black, who stayed on top after all these years? Honestly, it belongs to TLC. Second place, it was Xscape. No. SWV was second place. Xscape was third. Because TLC, they were the highest selling acts out of all of those bands. But to lose an MC, that's a whole different story. Chaos. Heartbreaking apart. But as for other bands such as Xscape and SWV, beef, depression, even suicidal tendencies. I mean, if black bands or any band from the past could stop holding off grudges against each other, even when it comes to management and the way that all these promotions and expenses are handled, then maybe they will understand that life is not as complicated if they work things out. That's why some of us need to listen to Straighten It Out by Lattimore. How in the heck do you expect me to understand when I don't even know what's wrong? Now that is a powerful question to ask yourself. And that is like my favorite song because it had so much soul, but it was from the 70s. Who cares? I want to straighten things out. Why not you do the same, you know? Stop letting negativity roll you up like a burrito, but instead I'm comparing you all to weed. Stop letting negativity roll you up and smoking you. You got to break free. Like, no, not today. Like, explosion. Not today. You run for your life. And all of a sudden, you'll finally have a chance to see yourself somewhere over the rainbow. Unless you see yourself in the blue skies, the bright sunshine, even when there are no such things as clouds. But if there were clouds, they're all going to stay in the color white. But until then, you got to get through the skies of gray, the thunderstorms, even when it means twisters, hell that falls down like between golf ball hailstorms, baseball hailstorms. Because if it was like a watermelon, oh, you gonna be dead as a mother, for real. You gonna be dead. And we don't want that. So, word of advice. You can say what you can. You can listen to what you want to listen to. But in the end of the day, you're going to have to see for yourself, like, are the songs I'm listening to and everything I'm saying, is it affecting me? Like, Is it helping me move forward, or am I falling behind? Am I falling behind to the fact that I'm about to trip, hurt myself, and not keep up? Well, that's on all of us to ask. And that's on all of us to make an answer for ourselves. Like, to come up with an answer. So until then, think about it. As my granddad will say, keep that in mind. Because you never know exactly what's going to happen. And with all that being said, just realize we all getting watched. Because God is like a camera. We don't see him visually. He may be invisible, but he has all the power in this world. He's watching us for our every movement. And in the words of Take 6, he never sleeps, he never slumbers. He watches me and you, both night and day. He never sleeps, he never slumbers. The reason I know, he told me so. I don't have to worry. My soul's in his care. I don't have to worry. He'll always be there. I know that he's watching wherever I go. But I'm not the only one. I know that he's watching. He told me so. He never sleeps. He never slumbers. He watches me both night and day. He never sleeps. He never slumbers. The reason I know, he told me so. And then that's that. Be careful what you do. Be careful what you say. Be careful where you go. Be careful what you see. Be careful where you hear. What you hear. And try your very best not to get caught up. Because I don't want to see myself get robbed, jumped, or locked up. Be considered an enemy because everybody turned their backs on me after I betrayed them. And I do not want to see myself dead. But hard times, they come and go. And they will continue to do so. But it's all on us to change the hard times to the good times. Like roller skating, smiling, laughing, joking around with your friends like you used to in grade school. Even the kids in this position, in this situation, should find a way to overcome the darkness to light. And matter of fact, that's the way it has to be. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to accept it. Man, woman, boy, girl, baby, senior citizens, gay, straight, black, white, Christian, atheist. We got to accept this. Because in the end, if we don't accept it, shame on all of us. One by one. So yeah. If my words won't help you survive and help you realize why life is so hard on you, then I don't know what else to tell you. But all I do know is I tell you this. Because if you like what you're hearing right now, feel free to like, comment, share if you haven't already to my YouTube channel, and subscribe to it. And there'll be more in stores. I mean, feel free. Don't be scared to tell your side of the story. Like you can give me some examples of what you've been through, and because I'm not the only one that can be open-minded. It's your choice. The choice is yours. I mean, you can get with this or you can get with that. Just feel free to to like, comment, share. Mostly comment. Like, explain. Give some feedbacks. And just like that. But yes, please feel free to do those things. Especially subscribe. And there will be more in stores. So, in other words, tune in next Friday or next Saturday, Lord's will, if I get my time straightened out, and I'll come up with some more episodes of Cold Man's Winter, because we already know that winter can't last long, because if it did, then it's going to be like a year, a lifetime, to tell my stories and tell how it can reflect your lives as well. And before I go, this episode of Cold Man's Winter, episode 2, has been brought to you by, like last week, Sweet Lady of the Weekend, where I dedicate the episode to a special female individual. And for this episode, I decided to dedicate this one to none other. Now, last week I dedicated my first Cold Man's Winter episode to my sister Amanda. But now I decided to dedicate this one to none other than my baby sister Lydia Alexander Jones. And because when it comes to having a baby sister, you have to be there. Like, get on the bright side of things. I mean, think about the family members that brought you into so much comfort, so much joy. Because it really matters. Matter of fact, that's all that matters. But secondly, because God matters first and foremost. And with all that being said, this is yours truly, Taylor Jones, signing out.